and interesting interviews we've had from many of the players so far. The Finnish scene is broken. What I wouldn't give for Natu to be on the desk right now. However, we do have another critique. Mr. Thorin, what did you make of that?
He was very honest.
The Finnish scene is broken, and I don't think it can ever be fixed, he said.
I mean, he's probably right at this point in time. They haven't done very well there in general, you know. And also, I mean, I wouldn't really assign it to him, but they do have a very apathetic view to those sorts of things there, you know.
All of the players seemingly do, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, it is apparently one of those countries with like the highest suicide rate in the world. So I hope that's just not like crossing over here, boys. Yeah, there's still hope. There's still Sonny's still pretty good. He's pretty good, right? iGame's not bad. There's a few players out there.
I'm just going to put it out there. They're great rally drivers and they're great Formula 1 drivers.
They're all like that.
Yeah, they're fantastic. So I don't know.
No, the part I will say I thought that was it was a controversial comment, but I agree with him actually, which is, okay, one thing I actually love about what they changed by bringing in the minor system was that they made it so we had this one big offline qualifier for everyone. Because if you remember, they actually did a trial, I think it was Cologne in 2015, where they had regional qualifiers for the major. So, for example, NA got 2 slots no matter what.
Yeah.
And that was actually kind of a bit unfair because, in theory, what if all the best teams had been from Europe at that time, you know? So, okay, we took that one level away, so you go to the offline qualifier, and in theory, everyone from Europe could qualify. Now, that doesn't always happen, which is great. Yep. We occasionally get the splices of the world who somehow make it through. But he's right. If you just go back another level, which is what he's doing, you kind of got the same thing but further back. So, for example, let's say Penta didn't make it from here. Let's say it was well, I mean, they could come third. But you know what I mean? Someone of that caliber, I don't know. He might be right. Maybe they would beat Tyloo, you know, but we'll never get a chance to see. So, unfortunately, it's, again, that's maybe a few years down the line where everything can be offline and we can have everything fully egalitarian. So,
but you also dent the other scenes, because we talked a little bit at the Asia Minor about the fact that what's great about this, because it is one level back. I mean, when we consider, we started off with inviting, with all due respect, Indian teams who hadn't got any experience whatsoever.
No, that was the joke, yes.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy to start with, right? Because we wanted to fill the teams up. We wanted to have it to be cross purposes and also represent a wide area. Totally understand that.
Yeah.
We've then moved towards this offline finals, which is fantastic to have offline finals, have 16 teams there. We've now got a proper minor system with, by the way, open and closed qualifiers along the way as well. That then makes it much easier for a team from South Africa or the Middle East or Lebanon or wherever to come through and have a chance at qualifying for these. So I think you miss out. Don't we stop growth in those areas if we kind of stop that and make it one big qualifier?
We do, but to me that's the problem. Is like, do you want it to be the World Cup or do you want it to be the best teams?
Yeah.
And the problem with the World Cup is it's not actually just the best teams. You know, you do have countries in there who are represented who never are going to win the World Cup. So the problem I have with it is, like, I would like to split the two up. I'd like there to be one tournament that was called the World Championship and it had all the regions represented, no matter what. You know, you always have
like
someone
a TI for CS,
and then have a couple of the majors. You know, be like that's just the best teams, no matter what. Like that one doesn't matter if it literally. Let's say it was NA. Okay, just as a joke, if all 16 teams came from MA and they were really the best, fair play. You get them all then.
All right. Okay.
Obviously, an outrageous example, a hypothetical, as you were. You know, because the NA scene is broken.
Not like you to stir things up at all, Duncan.
It's not.
No,
it's not, is it?
No.
I also like the way he was just dishing real stuff all the time. You know, he was saying very harsh things.
Very real.
But he would just laugh to himself though. Yeah, the Finnish scene is absolutely broken. I have no hope. It's like he was like a Batman villain or something. I was getting a bit worried there. He was a bit unhinged, really, like Two-Face or something.
We are just waiting for our players to come back. As you can see, actually, they are back in seats in the middle, just getting ready. So I think we can go back to our commentary team right now as we get ready for game number 3. Do enjoy, everyone.
Game 3 indeed, our last of this series. Someone goes home after this no matter what. Henry, who's it going to be?
I'm not sure. Nuke?
I know you hate when I ask that, so that's why I did it.
In this kind of format, if you ask me, like, in the kind of traditional answer, I normally know. This one, I don't really know what iGame are like on Nuke. I have no idea. It's going to be interesting for me. We know LDLC do play it. I think they looked like the better team. They're coming together now. It seems to be the story for the French team at this event. Kind of start off quite poorly, then start to warm up to it. Towards the end of the difficult maps, they start to get things together. I have no idea. I kind of hope it's LDLC. I think they do deserve to go through more than iGame from what I've seen. I think they're a better package overall. They have a higher skill ceiling. A few mistakes from today. Oh, we're back.
I think I figured out the problem.
Look at the buy coming in. Oh, I'm back.
Yeah, I know what the issue is now. I'm going to hold this, and we'll be okay. Keep going.
I'm going to the buy. I'm waiting for it to come in. So it will be the T-sided start for iGame. You do knife for the final map here in the best of 3. Loser is going home. 4 sets of armor CT side, 4 sets of armor for iGame as well. 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs, or upper rushes. Quite prominent here in the current meta. We'll see where that comes in. We'll get into it now. LDLC versus iGame.
On Nuke as well. We start off with a pretty outside position. This is live. There we go. Saw. I'm trying to do an exchange with Twanu, who watches the outside position. 2 quick kills from him. Very good from the USP. And down goes Yuho and Saw. So, Miss2 inside of the site with Alex to play on the floor. Have good confidence in the fact that they don't need to rotate off of anything. And I'm surprised Alex is going for this, considering they have the lead. But, okay, makes it work. Fair enough.
Confidence is the virtue, and it seems like Alex has got plenty of it. 5 on 2 now. He finds the 3rd kill, and Twanu chimes in for the 4th as well. This is looking like a very convincing round for LDLC in general. Sagaton will be the final player remaining. Doesn't really have much to work with there. He's making his way towards ramp. He's been detected, and we'll see whether he can do anything about this. Apparently, he cannot. Maniac finds the final frag. It's a clean sweep for the French side. 3 kills of Twanu, and not a single thing going for iGame there whatsoever. Couldn't get the bomb down, couldn't find a kill. And LDLC looking strong in the first round of the 3rd map.
Yeah, it's an aggressive play from Alex to push into HUD after they'd already had a 2-man lead, but fair enough. Good shots from 20. That first one, you always talk about that. The first guy jumps to reset the aim.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter. Hits them both anyway.
Yeah.
Good try.
Even if he does get the first shot, he shouldn't be getting the second. That's the whole idea of the jump. But yeah, you're right. He resets and gets both, nails it. So that's very impressive. No force buy from again. They did this in the 2nd map as well. So no bomb going down. They do not go all in. They just get the upgraded pistols out. Existence will find the 1st kill. Bomb planted somehow, though. This is interesting. The fact they didn't really invest anything to this round, they might be able to force the next round. If they get 2 kills as well, I would say they probably don't. But that's certainly an option. They wanted to get Galil's out, for example. They could get Galil's armor right now. So the bomb sneaks down towards lower. And to buy Galil's head armor, you need $3,000, and they'll almost certainly have that. So they're just taking their time to defuse the bomb, making sure they have all the salvage items from the floor. Defuse comes at this point. Still got the defuse kits, they're absolutely fine. No panic here. Like I said, yeah, they could probably buy this, absolutely. Got like 4K per player almost, so this is actually looking quite promising. So iGame in the 3rd round. After not forcing in the 2nd, he's got some Deagles and PT50s. They will be buying here. So job done. I guess that's the benefits of that 2nd round. Kind of partial buy. Current meta is pretty standard. He's got all in with Tech 9's head armor, a couple of smokes, hope for the best. This is a different approach. It's worked out for them. 4 AKs now on a Galil. Zevin with the lesser rifle there. MP9 still available for LDLC. It's in the hands of Alex and the UMP for Mistu. Big round. If LDLC can do this, CD set a map for sure. And that's a nice shot from Sagaton. Opens things up, and he'll fully commit towards outside now.
Commit and take over Secret. No rotation down from the vents just yet as Alex. MP9 get himself in an off angle outside of the hut toward the lobby to make sure they can't push through. He may get gifted. Saw, who jumps down, reveals himself, and has no idea that Alex is in the position. So good start as Maniac rotates around outer. Gets inside of the big garage. He's already lost Secret, but he could capitalize with a fast rotation, especially if Miss2 wins this exchange. Jumping up, they spot him. He's got the SMG. Has to be cautious of the fact that they approach in numbers. That's probably the wrong time to turn around and touch the door. Don't touch the door, Henry.
Not going to.
It's an emergency fire alarm escape. If you touch it, it sounds the alarm.
Wow, iGame looking quite convincing there. Not necessarily the first gun round. They managed to get the weapons out in the 3rd. But there should be some cash. Actually, not looking too great for LDLC. 1 player in the form of Mistu on 1,500. Similar story for Existence as well. 3 players can buy. And they're kind of thinking about it right now. Do they go all in here and try and shut down iGame before they have a chance to tie things up? No, looks like it's a more conservative approach here. Bit of a partial buy. Not even that. I'd call it. It's just actually a pretty much full eco. 5.7s, PT50s. Mistu not spending anything. So iGame was certainly going to tie things up here. Outside stack. What have they got over the sleeve here? 3 players on the catwalk right now for the CTs.
On the catwalk. Remember Thorin did that spiel once? Spiel. Yeah, he set up at like one of those long-winded desk segments that he does to get to the punchline. It was all right. Cool thing about this is if they all push, you can boost. Exactly like this. So they'll get a player up at a very unexpected angle, in which they could capitalize quite quickly on the outer positions. Alex, the one to try and do so. It's a bit peculiar that he goes down the ladder. That's not the way to do it. It's probably about the worst entry you could do toward lobby in that position.
Yeah.
How did he get that? Doesn't matter, just kill him. Why is there a spider in my rooms? Kill it. Where did it come from? Segaton. Smoke off control door. They're already downstairs as well as a result of that, because likely if he came from that position, they know it was a boost, which means they put pressure outside, which means they're likely stacking the pistols in that position. So good read to go toward ramp. Segaton's able to pick up 2. Yeah, he's been fairly consistent throughout the day, a bit slow to start off this morning, but looks better now.
Yeah, he's been one of the better players for iGame for sure. So an interesting approach from LDLC, boosting 2 players out toward that side. Didn't really amount to too much though. Quite a simple round for iGame. They will be looking to take this with 5 players alive. Twine trying to shut that down. Denied by Zevon. It's just going to be existence now. He's in towards the window room door. Can't find the frag though. Segaton takes him down, and as you can see, iGame wins the round 2-2. LDLC with enough to buy into this one. They can get the AWP out as well. Maniac will have to drop it for his teammate. Just waiting to do that as well. You can see his money's still at 6k. I'm sure he will. There it is. Swaps that over. Excuse me. So that goes to Twanu. And there's the replay. Not much to write home about. Segaton with a couple of kills towards the decon door. Big round. In terms of the money situation for iGame, I think they've had some couple of clean rounds. They've actually got everyone about the 5k mark, so this is looking promising. 7's on the grill. Being frugal as ever.
Oh,
that's a blunder.
Yeah, what is Existence doing?
What is that? Blind is running down secret. Why is he going that way?
Late smokes. They have. Does he think that they're like? There's no way he thinks they're already down there and he's surprising them. The timing is such they're not there. He gets blinded. Yeah, exactly.
If you want to go towards secret, you go down the ramp room.
100% or vent. 100%. You don't go outside ever. You have no information as to what's around the corner. That's very peculiar.
Yeah, very weird round. Well, I probably can't believe their luck. He was blind as well when he did it. It was like just a complete mess, really. 5-on-4. Missed low HP as well. He's got the UMP. I think this would be a huge upset, right? If LDLC got knocked out at this point. Yeah. To iGame, just on paper, if you told that to someone, I think they would say, wow, that's massive.
Yeah, no, that would be. Absolutely would be. Team that I actually thought was going to top the group over Penta. Penta's already through. Segaton. To the control room. To the bridge, Captain. Twanu. Goes down. Yuho's got the shot instead through the window. Maniac that's above the doorway, which is now opened below him, if I'm not mistaken. He would have heard that, but he's not sure which way he wants to look just yet. Segaton finds his way towards the orange box. Orange box is fine. Maniac's better. Gets 2. Looks for the 3rd, but Zevon finds him at the same time. The Stu went down to Segaton. They didn't quite communicate that he was in that corner, or at least weren't 100% sure. So it's iGame that find their 3rd round. They have the lead on the T side after losing pistol as well.
Yep. It was that kind of interesting approach without force buy in the 2nd round, got the bomb down, and they've run away with it since that 3rd round force buy. So it has to be a Felica here for LDLC. Quite a scary prospect going down early on in the CT half after winning the pistol as well. His iGame have been the more dominant force. As you get into round number 6, PT50s 5-7. 1 smoke and a flashbang. They went for that outside boost before. They might be going for something similar here. I do see one player on the catwalk, but only 1, so potentially not. We'll see what happens here. iGame are going to be fully aware this will be an eco, so holding up. There's Alex. And for now, very slow and cautious approach from the T side. Nade's coming in. No damage inflicted as of yet. So you all the way in T spawn. Doesn't want to give anything away. Means he can watch the silent position. Alex, this time, is he boosting once again? They are. Okay, they are going for it. Maniac looks like he might be the one to go out this time.
I think they heard Saw. Yeah, they did. Oh, they can see his head, but Saw's not looking that direction, not expecting it. 1 HP for him. Thankfully, Segaton's nearby. He'll respond, and then Alex goes down as well.
Oh, Saw just about survived. You're absolutely right. 1 HP. So the boost tried out again. Didn't really bring too much to the table. So for now, Saul will probably be the player to hold the T-spawn or something like that. And CTs will reposition towards upper, but this round feels like it's done. It'd be an absolute nightmare if they gave anything more away now. So yeah, he watched the lobby. That's Saul boosted up. One kill comes in for Twanu, takes on Yuho. I'm not sure where he was. Not with his teammates, that's for sure. Existence strikes from the bomb side itself, but gets taken down. And that should be it. Twanu managed to pick up the AK-47. Missed two with just a PT-50 there. He might work a little bit harder to try and get another frag here.
Twanu going to try and save the AK. Already down in secret stairwell if anyone wants to push. Flash up, missed two dodges that. And it's Sagaton by which he wants to approach into the site. He has to confront. He's ready for it. Quick shots, headshots not going to land from Miss 2. And round done, I think, at this point, should be without any eventful information to translate. No one's going to get any further guns from this. Miss 2's going to go down straight up, and they'll save the AK at least. Saul survives as well with the 1 HP from the very start of the round.
Yeah, he must have made it all the way to that T-spawn. Yeah, he did. 4-2. So, money available once again for LDLC. Presumably, the AWP setup coming in. Tactical timeout. Alex calls it. Oh, no, saving that AK-47. Double AWP setup, definitely not a thing on Nuke. It's very rare to see that. Like, CT sides can do it, but it means you've got an AWP outside and ramp. If the bomb gets down low, it's done for. Like, you can't retake the bomb site. So I wouldn't like to see that at all. I'd hate to see that, in fact. So do not bring that out, please. One AWP purchased. Existence, thinking about it, not yet brought into the round. I don't think we'll see it. He knows better than that. There's the final M4. Round number 7. They're also the T side, but they've got good spawns here. Maybe they could go for something to change up the pace, because the pause comes in from the CT side, right? You know they're going to be adjusting and working out how to kind of counter what you're bringing to the table. You just change things up completely. You go for a full-on upper execute, maybe just a nade door, get out the squeaky, and try and overwhelm them with one smoke with them towards the main entrance. That will happen, but certainly an idea. Number 7 now. And fast towards outside. Two players trying to get out towards the silo area.
This two's going to wait for the wraparound from outer. Doesn't have to watch Squeaky, directly at this point in time. He can stay comfortable in the fact that they've got some information outer. The fact Twanu has made his way all the way over to secret. AWP as well to play this position. No smokes down. Quick check to make sure they aren't trying to be sneaky without the smokes. Be pretty careless if they were, to be fair. Now the smokes go. Yuho, direct throw on the Molotov. One is actually going to try and get in the corner. It's a very tight angle to play on the AWP if they elected to go by these. But they aren't just yet. In fact, they are going to go through Squeaky. And as we already saw, Miss 2 was out inside of the main position. They've gotten down, they've gone by him, they've gone around towards decontamination stairs with the bomb as well. Segaton gets found. Before they get to ramp, they've already lost the bomb. Zevin's found out by Existence, and things are not looking good for iGame in this particular round, even though they're up 4-2, and they've got a little bit of money. In fact, they've got a lot of money, if I'm honest.
They were trying to split towards outside and the ramp from itself, hoping they could force a rotation from the ramp from backstab coming in at that point, but everyone gets dropped outside. Twanu, Alex, and Existence finding kills. They do not have the bomb to work with it. iGame, 20 seconds remaining, just trying to cause any sort of economic damage they can towards lower. Doesn't look like that will be happening. No reason to challenge, really. Maniac finds another kill. Another clean sweep coming in. Saul gets one, but that's all he gets. There was 10 seconds remaining, so he's probably happy to go down at that point. We do have plenty of money, though, for the T side. 4 rounds in a row. We've got 4 players in back about the 10k mark, so good chance to shut down LDLC here. The reinvestments of grenades, and money's okay, but Alex Hansen $900. Same story for Twanu as well, so losing this would be a bit of a disaster. Wouldn't be a double ego situation, maybe just a single, depending on how many weapons they saved. Decent spawn there, you hope. Looking to maybe go towards that. 4 players towards the lobby, maybe they do mix things up here a bit. Haven't seen this formation just yet. Looks like a pretty default round there, but look at the aggression on the CT side. Alex and Maniac, as exciting as it looked on the radar, it gets completely thwarted. That's a bit of a nightmare for the CT side now.
Yeah, especially facing reset. As we already mentioned as well, there's so much money already built for iGame. You give them another round where they're facing pistols. If they do this one efficiently, they can be back into 5 digits of money.
I like this reaction though from iGame. I think in his first 2 picks ramp, you can almost guarantee no one else will be there. And Mistu, that might even be better. You had no idea he'd get towards the squeaky door. He might makes this situation now at least winnable for his teammates. 4-on-3. Full outside control, though, for iGame, boosting up towards the top of the nest. So will be the first player to challenge, and just give information that no one's there.
Saw him, I think, with the jump. Oof. Damage. Miss2 is seriously hoping that when he had that triggered discipline, someone else would walk into lobby with him. They've got in the open here. They're already in. Good shot as he turns around. But Saw follows in Segerton's footsteps. Takes Miss2 immediately after its existence. 1 versus 3. Bomb planted upper. They've already come from the main entrance and from heaven, so it's very likely they expect that he'll be toward hut. Correctly so, they put down the smoke. I wouldn't go for this if I'm existence, but I'm not, Henry.
You're not. Used to be.
Did once upon a time, I had a better
I don't know
existence.
what that means, but yeah.
My existence has been diminishing, probably through various instances of my 2016
Career.
decisions, life.
Yeah, it's been a rough year. Well, it was a rough year. You got through it, though.
Barely.
It's character building.
Or damaging.
Or soul destroying. You pick.
That's a better decision, or better way to put it, I think.
5-3, LDLC after pulling around back. That is the reset we wanted to avoid. But I think with saving that weapon, they will be bringing out what they can. UMPs, it's getting a bit desperate map. Okay, so they bring 1 UMP out and they don't force around it. There's a few PT50s. Doesn't look like they'll win this round. I think iGame will be reading this situation. More the same from them. Order towards the lobby, stopping the aggression coming in, then sit together. Find the first pick. That's going to be the first port of call here towards ramp. That seems to be where they'll be focusing. One player there. See Maniac. He has only got, though, the PT50. Pretty standard spot from him as well as a pre-fire for the T's. You're looking for 1 kill there, Maniac, but I don't really see that happening.
Flash goes through. Maniac. He's going to put his head down. They walk in. That's exactly what they do. Gets the information from his teammate at Turnpike. Knew exactly when to peek and where to look. Bad start. P250. Still going to try and look for more. Still never seen anyone go for the Anders Theorycraft style smoke that exists on that little foot of the pillar in front of where Maniac stands now. He doesn't have a smoke. That one almost landed there for him. You've got to land it on the base of the pillar and then back down the ramp. You can shoot underneath of it. It is slightly viable 1 or 2 times, and then you'll get sprayed back in return. Segaton takes down this 2, and in from the main entrance, Yuho and he combine to take down Existence as well, but he's slower to get to the vent based on his position. Leaves him in the open for Twanu to capitalize on it. Leaves Segaton in a 1 versus 2. Over to decontamination, where in which he'll leave the door open.
Yeah.
Which is usually not the static play that you go for. Really? He's heard one in the site for sure. I didn't expect him to go toward the ladder and look, and then walks into a very tight angle that Twanu's already looking at.
Yeah, a bit of a disappointing anticlimactic clutch there from Sagaton. He gets 2 frags, bombed down. You think, oh, you got a real chance of winning this one. But he plants behind the side, went for the safe play and has to go to the vent, and that's a very tight choke point. CT's just look at that position, take him down. Ideally planning the open there, but probably didn't feel safe. Then you maybe get towards Toxic, and then it's really uncomfortable for the CTs, but not meant to be. It's 5-4. LDLC with a UMP and M4 pull around back, and they're right back in this game. That could have been a little bit disastrous for them. They're still on the CT side, want to be winning the half at least. Not the end of the what they don't. Like 8-7 scoreline's fine, but all powerful again for Twanu. Same story for iGame though. We've seen 2 approaches to them: the full-on default towards lobby, or the outside smokes, where we've had some interesting rounds with Existence running behind them and finding his demise pretty early on. Another default here, focusing towards ramp once again. Can be a good place to go. It's normally held by 1 player on the CT side. That's Maniac by the looks of things. Waiting for that smoke to go down, and maybe they just hold up and push through here.
Good entry, but Maniac does very well, and he'll do better than that as they walk in. They had guns. They knew he was there. They couldn't get to the corner fast enough. Ooh. Swift rotation coming through from Existence, and Maniac absolutely brilliant from the corner.
Yeah. But it's just enough time. Takes the aggro away from the CT entrance. Existence comes in to save the day as well. Survives in a nice swift shot there with the AK-47 to find the final kill. You can see what iGame were up to there. They were absolutely right. Maniac is there by himself, but he deploys the smoke just before they run through. It's pretty brilliant, and you can see Existence backing him up, saving the day. Nice close-up of Matthew there.
Mathieu. Mathieu. Bless you. Merci.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. 20. AWP in hand is searching outside of the smoke while they are within it, trying to cross over. And Zora has started this off by getting Alex. Misty's already rotated around. Spread out. Bomb for Zora. I imagine Alex went down toward Hut. Is that correct?
I'll find out for you.
Thanks, Hank. Hank the
Yes,
tank?
he
Yeah,
pushed
he's
him out.
pushed it a lot. This is the only logical thing I could think of, given Zora's position on the map.
Well, they have the man advantage, lots of time to play with, and Twano with the orb towards ramp. But look at Yuho and Sagaton, they have got control of the secret area. This could be dangerous, need to be careful. Ferris will almost certainly go down. That's 7, gives away his kill for almost nothing there. Wanted to throw a Molotov, and sure, he gets that in, but he goes down for it. Towards upper we go. Maniacs had a great couple of last rounds. Looks like he's going to control this, but Zori bouncing back, but I don't think they've got enough to work with it. iGame, a little bit disappointing after finding the opening pick, just giving that free kill away a ramp, and then quite predictable play towards the upper bomb site. LDLC now take the lead for the first time in a while. Orb set up for them, money broken for iGame, and I think they'll just have to take the partial buy here. PG50s, maybe a couple of deagles. And number 12, towards the end of the first half now. Here's the replay, Twano. A bit too easy for him. 7 could have almost refired it. There's Alex.
20 is ready. Already. Ready already. He's ready already and looking steady. No more on that one. Miss 2 goes back inside.
That's what you got.
Yeah, it's fine. I was thinking maybe I'd let you jump in there, but you didn't want to. It's fine, Henry. I get it. You don't like to play my games. Miss 2 likes to play the game called Counter-Strike. He's done it well. Gets a shot from the top of Hut. It's solid, goes down. Existence and Alex finding kills of their own. Sorry, we'll at least get a shot back in to Miss 2, the only kill thus far for iGame, who once had the lead in this game. Once had the economic control. Obviously, that's all gone. Old school position for Maniac.
Yeah, get a nice kill there as well. 7-5 now, round number 13. You haven't seen an AWP really on the T side whatsoever. They've just been running this default, mainly towards ramp as well. It's quite rare to see a T side focus primarily on the ramp room. Obviously, they have the outside execution as well. The smoke's only seen that, I think, twice so far. They have been getting players down there every now and then, but ultimately, nothing in terms of raw set pieces towards the upper bomb side. We haven't really seen like Molotov smokes towards heaven and main entrance. Haven't really seen much of that at all. Here's the smokes towards outside. Like fast ones as well. That's a fake. No one actually going towards outside, trying to force a rotation. They might actually go straight towards upper. One player on the silo. No one committing just yet.
2, door open. Wait for him to walk in. He's realized a problem. The problem is that they've gone in behind him. Existence is limited. Has to back off from heaven. He can't do anything of it. Maniac, though, coming back into the site, gets one. Yuho. Trade that. They have the upper side. It's not comfortable yet. No smoke off toward main. They're going to go down the vents as well and try and get the bomb in a better position. Lower. The bomb's alone, though. Zora has been found by Existence. Saw's completely on his own. If I'm not mistaken, Twanu's heard this. He's already gone down. Saw stop the plant. Molotov out. He's going to try and push through and catch him off with the AWP, but he can't hit the shot. And I think iGame got a little bit lucky because that was quite scattered, all things considered.
Yeah, it wasn't the most beautiful of rounds, but they all count. iGame managed to do it just about. The leap of faith from the remaining CT player. Twanu, as he pushes through the flames, goes for the no-scope. If he hits that, he's certainly going to be the hero of the team, but doesn't work out for him. 7-6 now, so anyone's game here, no one running away with it. Number 14, a buy available for both sides. Twano back on the AWP, of course, and we'll see who can win the half at this point. LDLC looking to get that, or iGame to tie things up. It will be focusing towards outside a little bit more this time. Twano, though, more defensive angle, watching for anyone to cross towards our red box. No smokes down just yet, but now they are being deployed. He'll have to fall back. Nice path towards Secret. Twano only option to go back towards garage and see if he can get anything done here. Looking for a gap.
Gap indeed. Segaton this time. First to take damage, but they've already gotten into secret. Watch the stairs position from Mistoot. No crossfire set from the control room stairs. Decontamination alone. Better escape pattern from decontamination, though. As you back off, you get back out the door and into the site. He doesn't need to back off. He's got kills instead. Plenty of them.
Ooh,
Good angle.
good angle, but how's no one getting that refrag? It's a tricky shot, but 3 bites there. You'd think they might have taken him down. Still, LDLC with a clean sweep this round. Zore has to save the AWP. To be fair, 6 rounds on the T side, this is perfectly acceptable. I don't think they'll be getting any more than this in terms of the loss bonus now. Yeah, it's been fully reset after this round, so it will be 8-6 in favor of LDLC. Only going to get $1,400 into the next round, so has to save the AWP. They can probably buy a couple of AKs and maybe UMPs as well. Have to opt for less utility to go for the firepower. So no real reason to phase this. Just sit and spawn, my friend.
Legs Alex, but that gets them closer. This is no way he saves this. 7 seconds. Do they peek now? Let the time go. I think that's exactly what they're doing. Time is... Okay, they got him beforehand. 20 kills Existence to kill him. What a selfish man. Not even near them. They're all waiting for the time to expire. Not only does he ruin that, kills the in-game leader who's making that call.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a big deal.
He was laughing about it, to be fair, but
Yeah.
would have been a nicer play.
Just to
Don't
make sure you get no money.
Temperamental box. Don't cut out now.
Yeah, not in the last round. We need this. Well, 8-6. UMP and an AK. That's all they really have. Would have been lovely to strangle the remaining T player there with 0 money, but they said no. They wanted to give him $1,400.
Oh, massive gap. Aggressive angle close up to the main entrance. We could actually peek through the hut window from that position, but Twanu gets the shot instead toward outer. Alex is the only one left on the floor. They've already rotated Mistoot down below because Twanu's gone more passive. So the rotations make sense. They work together on them. 6 rounds for iGame, something to work with for sure. They're looking for the 7th, put a man down and pistols to do it. Alex is fully blind. He's able to hug the silo as they walk into the site. He's able to rotate back around and catch them off as they get in behind him. Existence dinked up. But I don't think he's got much to worry about. Tech 9 all saw has down he goes. 9-6 indeed. LDLC pulling back. They won the pistol, lost the momentum, but then they got it together.
This seems to be the kind of storyline we're discussing with LDLC throughout this tournament so far. Like, they have rough starts at the beginning of halves, and even if they win the pistol, they lose 4 or 5 rounds in a row. Then they start getting the orbs out and the utility stabilized. Then they look much better. It takes them a while to get into most of the games, though. They don't seem to ever get the really good start, the convincing start, like the 7-0, and can run away with a game. It's always a really tricky affair for them. I think they are the better team generally, but still, not a perfect performance so far. To be forced to Tavama from LDLC, 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs of Existence. Looks like they're rushing towards ramp here. All 5 players, perhaps. Can the CTs hold them off? I'm not so sure. 1 player waiting for them. Sagaton couldn't inflict any damage. He'll just be falling down now, calling for the rotations.
Sagaton ready below. In behind the orange box, and Mistoot's absolutely nailed Sagaton. So it's Yuho entering back in from secret behind them. That's going to find the next kill on Twanu. And Maniac having that saw buys time for Existence to make his way in toward the toxic position. Mistoot gets absolutely destroyed by Zore walking into the site. Existence has a hole in the door. By design, we've seen Snacks try this play, but all it really does is tell Zore that he's there. Doesn't matter. He'll run toward it, and Existence gets the kill. They go 10-6.
Big round for LDLC. This rushing ramp straight up there. This bump's coming out as well, so quite happy with that one. Alex finds 2 frags. Pretty secure the round, like he said, the hole in the door. Does give him vision of the bomb. CT was aware of it, but almost baits him in. Once again, iGame quite conservative with their second round decisions. BCZ's PT50s. No armor. A couple of smokes. Oh, Yuho fancies some armor. I'm not a fan of that. I think it's, no one's getting it. You might as well join them. Money on an equal kill. Rushing ramp again, it seems. May have to lead the charge this time. got a plethora of UMP, so why not? Try and farm some cash. No one there waiting for them. It's looking good. Straight down towards lower, perhaps, lads. Let's go. It's going to work out for them quite nicely. Or is it?
Not necessarily. Yuho takes down Maniac. Alex gets up on top of the ledge. Re-smokes off toward decontamination as well. That'll limit the re-entrance. 5 players still up on the CT side. They're not really pressuring the situation. They're just going to sit on the perimeter and try and make it very costly, or are they? Now they start to go to our control room. It's Alex that watches over toward the ramp, but he's still in a hot seat because they are heading that direction and out of control. He's in the open. Lots of damage, and Yuho strikes while he's busy from the vents. Sagerton to find the next kill on a miss 2, and they're locked inside a Toxic. 2 players, Twanu damaged low, but they work together and they'll survive to take the round. And Yuho's hoping he can get away with the 8K. He should have killed Twanu at the very least, if not both. Ooh, really? Twanu survives in there with 2 HP.
Just about.
Okay, hang. Was he still in Toxic, or did they get to ramp? I think they got to ramp.
Yeah. Well, LDLC now, 11-6, 2-0. Looking for the 12th round. Has to be an eco here for iGame, but they didn't fully commit to the last round, so you can get some upgraded pistols. That saved AK as well. Looking for a skewed lead now, doubling the score margin. We'll see whether it works out for them. It is rush ramp again. I'm not a big fan of the rushes, Matt, as you know, on these anti-eco situations, especially towards positions like ramp, one of the tightest choke points we have in the map. And I think this is the exact opposite. They're giving Maniac the UMP, so he'll be working. So I thought he was going to rush ramp by himself. That'd be quite a cool idea. But it's all for naught. It looks fine because Existence gets the first pick. And they're just kind of steamrolling outside with 4 players. And Saw just about gets that kill of Existence by himself. No refrag, gives an AK away. Saw they're going to know he's there though, so he'll be taken down momentarily. Let's do deals with him.
Yeah, not really much he could have done. AK was tempting, but even picking it up, no time to really pull it out and take full advantage of it. It's a 12-6 LDLC doubling up on iGame.
No warp on the CT side. Could have afforded one. Wouldn't have been the fullest of buys, but there was something there. LDLC now with 2 UMPs. I like the fast pace right now. I think you keep doing it until it stops working. You win this round, you shut them down. You've got 4 players, actually 5 out head armor as well. These UMPs become very viable. Let's see what they decide to do. Maniac's been leading the charge with all these rushes. Looks like they're doing it again, Matt. Rush ramp, get in there. Open up the fragging. Can they get it? There it is. No head armor. It's going to be Sagerton getting mowed down with the SMG. Straight towards lower once again. They're in the zone right now. Existence is feeling it. He knows the money's low. Get there. Overwhelm the CTs. Get that bomb down as quickly as possible. They only have 1 kit. This round's over, in my opinion. How can you possibly get back into this?
Well, bomb does go down quite quickly indeed, as Maniac's the one to plant it. It's Existence that gets right, and choke points are all covered. Retakes are so tough. Especially when you've got this many people still alive on the LDLC side. Zevin's going to bypass them and look to try and get away.
The Fox pack from LDLC in towards ramp.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah?
Is it a pack?
I think so. It's a wolf pack, isn't it? They're kind of similar to wolves.
Are they?
A gaggle of foxes.
Gaggle of foxes. There we go. That's the one.
All right. Yeah, I like that. That you know from my listening to me over the last 2 years, that's my kind of favorite first gun round as a T side. If you have that kind of buy up against you, know the CT's going to be limited. They brought stuff from the 2nd and 3rd round. Head armor, pretty unlikely. So rush together. Gaggle of foxes towards ramp. Get down low straight away. Really assertive stuff. I like that from LDLC. They have to save their weapons out. 13-6. This is looking pretty convincing now for LDLC. It's a little bit touch and go in the first half, but really running away with the second now. It will be 4-0 in their favor. Got the AWP out for Twanu. And what's the buy from iGame? Doesn't look like they're going all in. 2 M4s, PT50CZs win this round. Feels like it could be over, but let's see if we've got anything left in the tank. Maniac once again towards ramp. Loves it. Bomb down towards outside. I think so that we'll go more to a default stance at this point. Baiting out some utility from the CTs. Probably get the AWP on silo, try to get the first pick.
So Yuho on top of the hut. Seven's going to watch the door behind him. Twanu's outside with the AWP, and Zware trying to do what he can with the P250 up close. Sagerton's already taking damage. It's Saw top of the secret entrance. That could actually catch them off on this angle. Depending on their positioning and how staggered they are, it's one and done. It could be actually better than that if they go to Big Garage alone. They've sent Existence inside of it. He's trying to search around to exactly where they've gone, but he's lost track. Or at least has no idea. Then not only are they on Heaven, they're in behind the blue box, the blue crate. Good read, and he's got the reset of his aim, or does he? Because it gets a little wild as Zevin finds Existence.
Upper site is clear though, Matt, so sure, things get a bit dicey, but Maniac's got full control of the upper site, hoping that some players just walk into his cross at this point, but Smoke will be deployed. Big plan is flashbang. Mistu finds another kill. That should be the round. He takes a lot of damage in the process, but Maniac needs to be very careful. He can't let them come out towards Heaven position. Alex watching the hut. Spots the smoke coming in from main, so that almost gives the CT position away at this stage. Got kids to work with here, and that's a nice kill from Sagaton.
Zevin gets the shot on miss too, so they've actually pulled themselves back into contention to win out the round, and they'll do exactly that with limited weapons to start things off. And to be fair, despite the exchange outside losing the upper site, if they get their 7th round at that. So 3 to go still for Team LDLC. They've got money moving into this round.
Yeah, definitely, loads of it.
Yeah, okay, good. Just checking.
Mistu with 11k, Alex with just shy of 10. Yeah, they've got loads, you get the picture. And there's going to be an AWP this time for Twanu, and they might just give it this fast pace. Sure, they lose that round, but if LDLC can get back into this one, there's not really much for iGame to bring to the table going forward. They did just win an EK though, so iGame have got, after reinvestments, 2 players on $3,000, Sagat on 4k, so yeah, it'd be an okay buy, but it's close to the end. Maniac, once again, will he use that good spawn? He actually smokes out towards main entrance quickly, and he could be going for a fast play as he flashes out towards the upper side, looking for the first pick, spots a player, has to pull back there. His teammates working towards outside for them, one of which is on the side, and Twanu hoping a CT player walks into his crosshair. Saw now, smoked out of position. 1 minute 25 remaining. They've got Existence in towards the garage. Undetected for now.
Soiree is undetecting, or rather, Existence is undetected, but Soiree is trying to find him, has a suspicion that he's gone that way. This flash come out will push him off the angle, and he's gone to Heaven instead. Knows for sure that he's there. Red Eye and I talked about that. The timing of the AWP seems to always be wrong, no matter what you do.
Yeah, we call that Sod's Law in the UK.
Sod's Law?
Yeah.
Who's Sod?
Yeah, it's a long story.
Okay. Don't really have time for it, so I'll stop you there. And Segerton's going to take down Existence. 20 is going to get the planted behind the silo as well.
Well, the retake begins. 4 on 3. Twanu with the AWP himself. They have got 1 smoke to work with. And Sender as well on the CT sides. Alex watching the vents like a hawk. Dodges the flashbang and gets taken down still. 7 flashing himself. Still with a chance this time. Misty finds he had a frag, and Zori jumps down towards the vents. Combat AWPing at his best, and that should be the round at this point. Like I said, they have a smoke available. Defuse will come in, and not even a problem. Full defuse will indeed come through. See 3 players surviving for iGame. This bomb's coming in. They're still believing, it seems. And LDLC still with Cash here. The bomb going down as well. It'll probably be their last spy. They've got to drop a few weapons here. And maybe a pause at this stage. I'm not sure. Yes, indeed. Alex calling the tactical pause. So it's a chance for them to work out what's going forward in the next round. Talk to the coach as well.
Coach quite vocal. iGame pulling the game certainly back.
Yeah, slowly but surely. They have won the last 2 rounds. Come down to tight situations, though. Both times the bomb gets down. 2 versus 1 before, and the 3 versus 1 in the previous round as well. 5 seconds remaining on this pause, so coaches will be muted. And we'll get into it. Buy available for LDLC. It's back to Twanu on the AWP. Have a look at the scoreboard while we're here. It's pretty evenly distributed on the LDLC side. It's going to be 2 players on 18 kills. That's Mistu and Twanu. Existence on 16, Maniac 15. Alex lagging behind on 9 for 12, but still it's fine. On the finish side, 7 leading the charge with Sagaton and Zori not far behind. 7 leading on 15 kills.
Maniac inside of the radio room. It's a little more aggressive with a smoke down closer to the ramp room as well. Watch for Sagerton to be on top of the boxes. Warray getting Alex. Secreton's going to back off because he knows that Outer's therefore given up. Potentially toward the big garage, but he gives up ramp and doing it. Look at Zuare, he's pulling them back so far that Secreton's actually going to be in a good position if they try and capitalize. He should potentially be able to pop out the door from Locker, catch Existence. I think Zuare now knows they're going to be up close as well. Hence the positioning as Maniac gets Secreton. That opens up the option for Existence. Doesn't want to go just yet. Yuho still as well on Heaven, could do something further. Maniac's going to spot Zuare. He gets one quick shot, but not expecting the immediate refrag from Existence. Does well to find the first kill onto Maniac, who in turn did well to get himself in the position at Lockers.
3-on-3 now. Big round. iGame after winning 2 in a row. Pretty established. If they can pull this round back, though, it'll take LDLC down to an eco, and maybe they have a real chance. But Existence made it towards the top of the nest here. Comes down to the timings, and Yuho should lock it down. There it is. Round over. Great work by iGame. They're back into this game now. As we said, the money broken down as LDLC going to round number 23. I think just a partial buy waits for them as we go forward. So iGame looking to find double digits. That's normally like a mental barrier. Once you find the double digits in one of these big comebacks, you think, okay, now this is possible. We can actually see them in the distance. So it has to be an eco. And all outside splits coming in from LDLC. I like that fast-paced gameplay they had at the very start. They got that 4-0 up, and then when they've gone back to the defaults here and trying to find the first picks and focusing on outside, it seemed like they're getting trades, but their final play to the upper bomb site has been a little bit lackluster. So P250s, Tech-9s, and Saw. Spots player dropping down to the vents. Is that the bomber? I'm not so sure. I'll have a look. No, it's not. That's Mistu who's towards the ramp. Sagaton trying to detect where this drop player is.
Mistu doesn't want to go any further beyond the doors, and likely a smart idea as Sagaton is waiting on the ramp. iGame trying to pull it back as LDLC sit on 13 on the T side of Nuke. Certainly an encouraging prospect if you're iGame that you could easily pull this back and take the series. Knock the French side, French, Belgian, English side. Let me correct myself, out of the tournament. Seven's waiting to see if they'll wrap in toward the upper main entrance. Saw's in beside the vent, should be able to swing when they do so.
Here we go.
Start from Existence. Opening kill. They get ramp out of it. Zuare can't do anything of it. He's going to call that they've gone below, so watch for rotation down the vents, but he can't get there either because Alex, even though he's gone down, has bought a lot of time, so fast plant for Maniac. Chance for them as Existence has the M4 picked up. Maniac holds off decontamination tight angle. He wants that pistol to be as effective as possible. Yuho's going to get Twanu back, but not before he got Zevin, so another good trade for LDLC. He's going to walk in, makes a ton of noise doing it. As he goes through, Maniac's been spotted. Yuho's got a chance to open the door, get in behind the Maniac now hears it, so too does Mistu. Both of them there, crossfire set down, he goes, gun picked up, and they'll try and use that gun immediate effect towards Saw. 23 HP. Zuare's tapped the bomb, they hear that, he's got to go back in Saw to protect his teammate. But he's not fully committed to defusing yet, and when he does, Existence times it very, very well.
He does. Doesn't get much better than that.
Oh, they just got out of there with the guns, too.
They did. I think it's only one M4.
No, it's an AWP.
Oh, did he get it?
Yep. It's on the ground. There you go.
Nice. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Oh, yeah, Existence there absolutely plays it to perfection. Baits out the fake defuse, doesn't take the bait, then he hears it coming once again. He knows the CTs have lost track of them at that point, comes around with the double spray down. They set up the human shield in front of the bomb, but wasn't quite enough. Now we get to 49, LDLC still one back. iGame, pressure applied to them once again. Like he said, double digits was looking so promising for them up against just pistols that round, but slipped away, lost that first player on ramp. They get towards lower very quick when they get down there. I think that's their best play style. LDLC to stick fast and Existence opening up the fragging once again. Can't get more than one though. Do they go all on this upper bomb side? Looks like it, but Yuho lighting them up. 3-on-2. Mistu goes down to 24 HP, but he's finding more frags.
Seven's going to try and be sneaky and go back through the squeaky door with the smoke down. Could give him a chance to surprise them immediately back in from HUD. I don't think they'll be expecting him to be there so quickly, especially not Maniac, who's looking outside still. Mistu's low on HP. This could catch both them. Surely he's going to strike any second. Okay, he's backed off. He's gone more passive as Secreton waits. Shots for Maniac. Position revealed. Now Maniac starts to look elsewhere and say, hang on, why have we not found Zevin yet?
What's the play here? So the bomb's down, so he's flashing Maniac, and the best of flashes, I'm afraid.
No.
And yeah, that should be the round. I'm not sure Maniac can do much about this. He's got 45 seconds. Needs to find his kill quickly, though. There's a chance. Okay, misplay from 7, I have to say.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a crazy gamble, just walking towards Ram. He knows you're there, just run.
Yeah, it's the right call as well. Smoke to vent, knew he last spotted him, or his teammate did, rather. One of the two. Toward heaven. So quick plant, 1 versus 1. Segaton in the vent already, drops down.
There we go.
Did he make the noise? I didn't. There it is. Now he's dropped down. He was in the smoke. I wasn't sure. Maniac misses the shots. iGame's going to pick up round 10, and the money not great at all for LDLC. Ooh, a little spray as well for Maniac on that one.
Yeah, Maniac, you see the frustration there. I think there's a little bit of that slam from what I could see. That was the round that would probably find the victory for LDLC as well. Maniac doing what he could, showing some signs of stress there. But it's still fine. They've got their lead for now. T-side, they will be forcing into this, what I can see. They're trying to overwhelm the CTs before they have a chance to establish their economy, but 14-10, we're going to distance here once again. This series has been a long one. A PT-50 for Maniac. 2 UMPs and AKs. Let's see the fast-paced stuff again, Matt. That was what was working. I'd say we go back to that. We'll see what happens, what they decide to do. Smoke's outside. Saw, though, up close and personal. They're going to run past him, I think, into the main entrance. See if he can find him spots too.
That's a horrible set of smokes outside. 2 of them land ultimately covering the same position, but they're by them. And they spotted, as you say, so they've rotated over. Segaton ready for this. Gun shows Alex.
How is he not dead?
Yeah. Invincible. Well, indeed, not so for his teammates as Segaton gets to. Finally, they'll drop down. Alex has done very well. Stays alive, should be dead. Now has 2 kills in the round, and he's given them a chance as Miss2 is going to take out Yuho. I am very surprised by this prospect. And I think they're going to rotate back up.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Zore now. The clutch begins, an incendiary at the top of heaven as well. So this is a nightmare. He's got flashbangs to work with, but that doesn't really help you out. It gives away your position more than anything. Picks up, dead. Lovely shot from Misty, well recovered. That's a big round for LDLC to pick up. That's a full reset as well. Series point, you can see the stress on iGame's face. He got about 2K per player. I think they know where this is going. Scouts, CZs, UMPs will take 5 rounds in a row to force overtime here. Yeah, I think they know this one might be done. But it's not over till the series 16 at the top, so they'll do what they can. Win this another chance. This is the first hurdle. Ooh, could get a chance here.
He could indeed. A couple of quick shots. With the scout. His warrior very limited. What a win from LDLC in the last round to put them in this situation to take the series. Pressure on for iGame. And the scout shots missing. Segaton going down. Not looking likely they'll be able to push this series any further. Creative win. It goes back to Alex surviving as well on the stairwell. A little bit of luck, but now he's the one, again, who's going to predicate the attack. Takes down both Yuho and Saw. And this is it.
That's over. And get 1 kill. That's all we'll get. Well, there it is. We have to say goodbye to iGame. I think they're another team that's impressed us somewhat. They've shown us they can have some decent results and took a map of LDLC as well. I think they were considered one of the bottom teams out of the 8 here at the event, along with Ballistics, as we pointed out. LDLC, not convinced by them just yet, but they've managed to avoid elimination at this stage, and they will go on to our final game of the day as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Final game of the day, which comes up immediately against Dignitas.
Oh, that's a good game.
I shouldn't say immediately, but pretty
20
soon
oh,
they'll
half an
have
hour.
yeah, exactly, a little bit of time for Dignitas to set up in this environment, which you see behind the players. But yeah, iGame, I'm getting more and more impressed with them. The first time I saw them, I didn't really think much of it. I think they played the first minor we casted here as well when we had Cringe Gods, etc.
Yeah.
And then we saw them at a few different events. Assembly was another one where we've seen them twice. I think we've seen them maybe in the Fragbite event we did way back. But either way, they've improved steadily, and now they've got a pretty stable roster that I think they can continue to build on. They do still lack the star power, but they got some consistency today out of a few people.
A couple of good players in there, like some interesting plays. Sagaton stood out for me in kind of the big situations, but yeah, another team we have to say goodbye to. So congratulations, LDLC. And that's it for us for now. We have got 1 more game to go, but for now, let's throw it over to Paul and the desk.
Yes, thank you very much. Great commentary as ever from Sadakist and Henry G. We're back with our panel members. Harry, I was going to say Henry, but Harry. Sorry, Harry. And of course, Thorin as well to break down our third and final game. A win, Thorin, for LDLC. Your boy's
And
still
for me,
here.
I predicted him.
You
so,
did,
you know,
yeah.
the folly of youth, you know. I mean, he had the
so good.
optimism, you know,
He
he
did,
believed in him.
Are
He
you gonna
believed
pull-
in online Counter-Strike as well.
Are you going to pull the string for the trapdoor? Or is he safe for now? Has he done enough
You know, I think he'll learn his lesson.
Okay,
LDLC
all
is
right,
going to
we'll
play
see-
again
we'll see
next.
how
We'll
far
see.
he
He might have a little bit more confidence in them. No, the interesting thing about this game was, first of all, obviously, this is another map that LDLC is very comfortable on.
Yep.
It is the map that they've got the most wins on, the best win rates. And I think actually what showed me how comfortable they were here is they still had a whole bunch of 1vx situations they lost. That's actually been a trend in all 4 of the maps we've seen today. They haven't been very good in 1v1s, in 2v2s. But as a team, they absolutely outclassed the guys from iGame as an actual squad, you know.
Yep.
The iGame still had some good fragging. They could individually get things going. I mean, this was a great play, obviously.
That's fantastic. Mister has literally been the ninja on the last 2 maps, hasn't he?
He's definitely had some good games since
Yeah.
in these last couple of games. And then obviously, Existence much improved in this particular match.
More comfortable, it seems, both from an in-game leader's point of view and from a fragging point of view as well.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of felt like once we saw Existence pick things up, along with then Misto and Tuano in these last couple of maps, I feel like then they really came into their own. I think that's just going to show you, though, I mean, how they are kind of held back by that lack of one player to bring in the fragging power, and that's something we spoke about a good bit. Because the second we see the rest of the team suddenly pick things up and not be trailing behind, suddenly, you know, they go ahead and win this out 2-1. And I mean, yeah, I would argue that the scoreline doesn't do the best representation of how well LDLC actually did, because there were a lot of those kind of, you know, 1vx scenarios that they did end up losing.
That said, they had to start on the T side, so
Yeah.
on the CT side,
Yeah,
you,
CT
would,
side.
you would expect them to make sure that was locked down. It wasn't that locked down, was it?
I mean, I don't think their CT side was that bad. I don't think, it was like a 10-5 half protocol? Yeah, so... I mean, that's fairly standard, I suppose, on this current
On
iteration on
Nuke,
Nuke. Yeah.
But they look good on T side.
Yeah, exactly, right.
We
That-
said that they had to be good on T side this time. There was no mistakes. They
Yeah.
couldn't fall behind early and then just drop off and then lose the game, because you get in trouble with that. So a good performance from them. MVP wise, we're going to give it to the old boy this time round. Existence coming in with a 4.54 impact rating in this one. 5 retake kills in the middle of that. 5 trades, 4 opening kills as well. Not normally associated with an entry fragger, so 4 opening kills from him. Very good. 96-65 on the ADR.
Yeah, very good game all around. I mean, classically, this has been another really great map for Existence in his career. Very games, always very, very good on Nuke. Obviously, we're talking about the old version, but as you see with Inferno, even when you rework these maps, a lot of them retain the essence of the map still, some of the same kind of concepts there. So, I mean, yeah, when you consider they started on CT side, they didn't end up with some crazy score. You know, it's not like they just dominated 14-1 and the game was over. There was still room there for iGame, but this time, this is the kind of what we've been saying. Clearly, the routine, the system is there for LDLC. Yep. They must practice correctly and kind of know what they want to do. It's just because they sometimes lack for the firepower, that kind of neutralizes it a bit. It nullifies what you're trying to do. So in the games where they actually get a couple of people going at once, suddenly they can run over the T side. You know, this must be what they get in those scrims when it's going well, and they think they're going to come to the LAN and do well, but they don't do it that often. So I think they're going to be tested a bit more, though, when they go up next against Penta, because we know Penta's got some heavy-hitting players who can really bring the aim.
Yep, and they've shown that here as well. Strategically, though, very good performance from LDLC. Let's bring in Maniac. Maniac, I think you can join us now from the player area. Good afternoon.
Yeah, hello.
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Relieved.
are you I was going to ask you if you're
relieved.
relieved now or happy, but I guess you are relieved, because that was a tight match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really.
Yeah. Was it too tight? Do you feel like maybe you should have made that a bit easier?
But I think it is what we deserve for needing so much time to start really playing.
Right.
And I think what Thorin mentioned is actually really true about us. Is we need a few individual actions, or we need a few rounds to go very smoothly, so that we can then really play to our level. We struggle when everything is hard, and we can't get this one clutch or the other one. So that was a battle, and it could not have been, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, we've mentioned that strategically you're very sound. You've got Kevin in the team, obviously, and yourself. You've both kind of done that role as in-game leaders, as coaches, and what have you. So we know strategically you're very strong, but we also mentioned that the lack of firepower in there, because you guys didn't win that many 1v1s, 1v2s, and so on. You had to rely on the more strategical rounds. Is that going to cause a problem as you go head-to-head with Penta later?
I mean, of course, if we can hit the headshots, in Counter-Strike, doesn't matter if you have the best strategy in the world. If you can't kill whoever's in front of you, that's not going to work.
Very true.
So when we brief, that's what we talk about. We say boys, we know our game, we trust our game. What's going to matter now is to be calm, lucid in the clutches, make the good decisions, and then hit the headshot. And we know that if this is happening, then we probably have the game to go very far in the tournament.
Okay. And as a former coach, obviously you've managed players and mollycoddled them and been their dad, as it were. How different is it now? Can you use any of that experience in the team that you've got? Because you've got 3 young guys in that team, haven't you?
Is it really different?
I don't know.
No,
you tell me.
I mean, yeah, I'm happy to be kind of a dad if I have to. I mean, obviously, we know you have young players, very talented. Like, I don't know, Alex, sometimes I need to say, okay, chill down, but, it's going to be all right. Let's stay cool. But I think it's part of the personality of the team.
Sure.
We have some calm people. I mean, Kevin and I, we are rather calm, even Twanu.
Kevin's calm?
I mean, he can
Has he
keep his calm.
changed?
He is. I mean, he shows his
Come
emotion when
on
we win
now.
a round. He can shout, but when we need to stay calm, he can do that. That's the
Okay.
experience talking, I guess.
All right, good stuff. I've got Thorin here and Harry as well. I know they've got a couple of questions for you, Thorin.
So I've got one. It's not just from myself as well. This is
Right.
on behalf of Shocks, of Apex, of Lurpis. We all want to know, right? How in that first map could the veto ever go so that you would let it go to train? I mean, you actually had the option where it could have been Nuke, it could have been Inferno, it could have been all these maps you could have played first of all when you played against Dignitas. How did it end up on train? It doesn't look like train's your map, mate.
Yeah, well, we kind of thought we had like ace up our sleeves because we put some time in it. And
Okay.
in the scrims were actually going surprisingly well. And we considered that the maps at the end would probably be something around Inferno, Train, and Overpass. We were aware that they would never let Overpass go because
Yes.
we beat them in the qualifier. That would not happen. So we knew it was between Train and Inferno. And we thought they are sure we're going to play Inferno. So if we practice Train and we come here with a real Train game, they're not going to see that coming. So the plan was good. The execution was terrible. But, but the plan was that. So
I like the fact that you were honest anyway, Harry.
it was.
I'm just kind of curious as to, Misto and Twano within the team. They're kind of the 2 newest additions almost. And I mean, they're players that can be a bit inconsistent. I'm just curious, do you think that within your team, they're the 2 that could kind of be that firepower for you once you've worked on the consistency and kind of rounding out the edges? Or I mean, how have you kind of been dealing with that? Because we noticed in Cobble that Misto was kind of one of the players who made a huge difference coming in with the drop-down plays and stuff out, just kind of dividing the site in 2. So what's kind of been their role within the team?
Well, I think when it comes to Twanu and Mistu, they have a lot of firepower for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try to beat Mistu on a deathmatch race. I'm never going to win. So he has a very quick headshot, but there's like 2 dimensions. One is experience that they obviously going to need, play more tournaments like this, go against really good teams. And the other one is confidence. And as I'm sure people know, we are right now struggling to win against team that we should win against. So that's not helping with the confidence. We have to build it like piece by pieces to be sure that, okay, we are not only going to win this game of Pro League or something. We can also just go and do it against other people. So for them, it's really about confidence and experience. Once they get there, I'm 100% sure they have the firepower to just kill anyone that's against them on the server.
Very interesting. Okay. Thank you very much, Manic, for joining us. I know that you're going to have a quick break, so I don't want to keep you too long before you head off. But just quick thoughts on Penta ahead?
We're facing Penta right now because I see Dignitas.
I thought it was
on the-
Dignitas.
I see Dignitas in front of me.
Yeah,
right now,
it is
so
Dignitas, yes.
True. I threw you off there.
my bad.
I
Yeah.
don't- I
Did
was-
Thorin say Penta as well? We're both wrong.
Yeah, he
It's
was.
because we're
Alright.
old. We're getting old,
Sorry.
Maniac.
And I was thinking, oh no, I really want to play Dignitas again. What is this? Are
Okay,
we really going to play
rematch.
Penta? No, we are actually happy to play against Dignitas because
Yeah.
we hated ourselves for the performance we showed on Train, and we're happy to get another chance to show like we can do better than that.
All right,
So we're
okay.
very
Well,
happy.
go and have your quick break, and then we'll see
Thank
you in
you.
action in the final game. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining us as well. Maniac there from LDLC, who've sort of made their way through, navigated their way through choppy waters in the lower bracket to give themselves a shot at reaching the last 4 here at the EU Minor. We'll just wrap things up on that game before we head into that final matchup. I mean, you heard what he said. They seem kind of philosophical about this. They seem almost resigned to the fact that they know they've got some issues. They know they've got to work through. That's a good sign, though.
Yeah, the thing about Maniac is he's a very reasonable person, actually. He understands if there's issues in the team, and he's not going to pretend there isn't. Because actually, one of the things you often need with younger and more inexperienced players is sometimes to straight up tell them, this isn't good enough,
Yeah.
You can't just think, oh, well, it worked in practice, it'll work again. It's like, no, I've been in much better teams than this, and I know when there's an issue, So they know it's not all right yet, but at the same time, this is a very forgiving format. They had the whole best of 3 there to get it going. And yes, by the time they got to map 2, map 3, now they looked like the team people expected from the beginning. So As long as they come in prepared for this next match and people play well, they absolutely can still make it to the playoffs. Everything will be forgotten at that point in time.
Yep.
And I think this just shows how in other formats, if we were just using the best of ones at both time, yeah, they could be out already.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks very much, both of you. As I said, we are headed towards a break right now. Don't go too far away, though. We've got one more best of 3, and we've saved the best till last. LDLC going head-to-head with Dignitas for a place in the last 4 at the EU Minor. We'll see you soon.
Not Penta.
Coming up next, LDLC versus Dignitas.
E-Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone